What's going on, everybody? It's Alex here. And today I want to give you the recipe for tremendous wealth. I know it sounds silly, but hear me out. There is a ton of ways to make money. If you're starting out and you're young and you're thinking about where should you put your money or what should you do, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you and tell you what I truly believe about how you should invest your money. Number one, you need to find what's gonna be your bread earner. You need to find what's gonna be your cash cow. Warren Buffett, although he's a billionaire and he's one of the best investors in our lifetime, let's say, he does insurance. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself why Warren Buffett started with insurance. Because it's a risk-free business pretty much, because they run these crazy models to minimize the risk, and it's a very cash-rich business. Look at that. He started with a cash-rich business and a cash cow, let's call it, right? And then he started rolling the money into the stock market. Now what he does is phenomenal, because he does a great job picking the right stocks, and he does a lot of homework, but at the same time he puts huge amounts of money into a certain stock. So when appreciation starts happening in the stock market, he benefits tremendously. We're talking about billions of dollars worth of assets, right? So he started with a cash cow, and that cash cow of his was Berkshire Hathaway, which is an insurance company pretty much. And then they diversified into real estate as well, right? So now, if you start, unraveling this thing and, you take the fog away out of this whole situation, you see that Warren Buffett started with a cash cow and then diversified into what? Stocks and real estate. Berkshire Hathaway is a huge real estate company, right? So Berkshire Hathaway does stocks and they do them very well. They do real estate and they do them very well. So now you, as a smaller investor, don't tell me that you want to put Warren Buffett so much down and say, just dismiss him completely. Look what other people do and try and apply it into your life if they are successful at it. If they're not successful at it, and then you do the same thing, how the saying goes, if you're hanging around 4 losers and it's 5 of you, soon enough you're gonna be the 5th loser. Look around your circle and make sure you're not hanging around the wrong kind of people. So the point here is the following. Warren Buffett did stocks and real estate through a cash cow that was insurance, right? So that's your first step. Find what's gonna be your cash cow. It doesn't have to be millions of dollars. Honestly, if you're starting out, you can do thousands of dollars, okay? But find what that's gonna be. Might be a small business you have, might be your daily 9 to 5 and then something on the side, might be, a real estate license. Whatever it is, make sure you get your cash cow right. Make sure you find a good earning job and then a good W-2 so you can move into real estate. If you don't get a W-2, it's okay. You can be a sole proprietor, you can do other things. Make sure you start making a lot of money, earned income. Make sure you find a job that's gonna start providing you with great earned income. Now after that, once we start building a cushion and maybe 1 year in, you guys can look around and become a first-time home buyer, right? That's the reason they have these programs in the US, so you can benefit from it. If you have stable income and good credit, you can buy something as a first-time home buyer. Through FHA, you can put as little down as 3.5%. Why wouldn't you use that? Forget what preconceived notions from your parents or from your cousins or from anybody else in the world. Why wouldn't you use this to get your first home? It beats me why people say, I don't want debt. Why don't you want debt? Your cash will be stretched this far. You and the bank together can go tenfold that, I don't want to poke the bear too much on this one, because there is a lot of people that truly believe into purchasing assets in cash, and I respect that. But if you're starting out, that's your only way in, my guy, okay? So 3.5% down, FHA loan, pull the trigger. You can buy up to a 4 family, all right? So try and get a 4 family, get yourself into 1 unit, you get 3 more units to rent, you live for free, and if you play your cards right, you're probably gonna benefit through some cash flow monthly as well, right? Now, you got your house, you got a good cash cow machine bringing you money through your work. Now, how do you get financially free? This is the bigger question that people don't even ask. They don't know how to ask, because between when you start making good money and then by the time you wanna get to financial freedom, which is like that, right? You start drowning yourself in debt. You start using your credit cards, buying things that depreciate, don't think of the bigger picture. Every other month there is a holiday going on, there is birthdays, there is everything every single tactic, which is emotional and psychological, they will use towards you, so you can swipe your credit card and they can get their money. And there is always something going on, a new product, a new offer, like Black Friday, whatever, there is always something going on. So it's up to you to get your mind right and not spend all your money on your credit cards and see the bigger picture of building wealth, right? So this is called, financial education. We don't drown in debt. We make sure we keep our debts low. We don't spend too much money. We save so we can roll it into an asset so it can make us more money, and preferably passively, right? So now let's go into the investment part, because I've never made a video like that so in depth, but that's pretty much the 101 of investing, right? There is different ways to do different things. That's my approach to it, right? So now we have some cash in the bank. Let's say we have $100,000, right? We're able to live comfortably. We have our own house through an FHA loan. Okay. Now, where do we invest? Like Warren Buffett did, we're gonna do stocks and real estate. Now, as far as stocks go, you can play a safe route, do an S&P 500 route, get an 8% return every year. You can put some money there as a safety net, okay? I'm not that guy to come to and ask me questions about the S&P 500. And there is great advice there. Even Warren Buffett suggests you guys put their money there, but he says put the money into S&P 500, but then he becomes a stock picker. So pick your battles accordingly. But I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna put all his money into S&P 500 and chill. I just like the game too much. I like to see the financials. I like to read about companies. I like to learn about them. And I like to, tell you when I find out about something great. And to this day, I haven't seen a better company than Tesla. And it's not just me. Smart money. Hedge fund managers with billions of dollars under management. They own 15% in their hedge fund. And their first position is Tesla. Ask yourself, why do these people with billions of dollars under management choose to put Tesla first? Now, maybe that's my way of looking at things, and maybe, I try to find these funds to justify, hey, if these guys do it, then your thinking is right. That's how we view our world sometimes. We try to justify our thinking through other people's actions and say, oh, okay, if this guy does it, then I might be right. Okay, there is some of it going on, for sure. But I'm telling you, if people with billions of dollars are willing to make Tesla their first position, there is something going on there. So let's find out what's up there. Tesla has their wind on their back. The virus helped them. It was a huge catalyst for Tesla. And then on top of that, the war came in. So now everybody's trying to save money on the monthly basis through gas, right? And the US has actually the buying power to buy Tesla cars, right? But US customers have that buying power, at least most of them. Even a middle-class household can afford a Tesla. That's the point here. The gas savings can justify your monthly payment. That's the idea. By the way, on top of that, not only that the best CEO we've seen ever since Steve Jobs ran the company, right? He runs it lean, man. He runs it lean. He's gonna charge you 15, 18, 20K for autopilot, right? And then on top of that, he makes close to 30% profit margin on every car. Like, what else do you want? An automaker makes 30% of profit margin, give or take, on every single car, and then charge you for 20K for software. It's like heaven on earth. What else do you want? It's a tech company. They have their issues. And I know it's a love or hate relationship with Tesla. Here's my 2 cents though. If you want to be financially free, buy some Tesla. There is other companies. Google, beautiful company. We got Enphase. Salesforce is a great company. I'm not telling you just go buy Tesla. I'm just telling you Tesla is going to be my ride or die. Okay. Like I said, do not feel uncomfortable about your picks. Your picks are your picks for a reason. Otherwise, you can pay somebody and do it for you. But you're not going to get the returns you're going to get out of Tesla. After we buy some of our stocks, then we're going to see what else can we buy. And then we're going to go into commercial real estate. If you see Ben Mallah and Grant Cardone and all these big boys down in Florida that they're pulling big triggers and billions of dollars worth of real estate, look what they do. They keep rolling the money over and they keep rolling the money over into bigger properties. And then sometimes, guys, okay, here is the value. Here is the value of the entire video here. You don't have to watch anything else, just watch this part. Grant Cardone bought a house that cost him, I think, was $80 million. $80 million for his primary residency. The guy on YouTube that does the touring, his name is Enes. I'm gonna put the link somewhere here so you guys can watch the entire video. It's like, I don't buy real estate just because it makes sense on paper, man. I don't buy real estate just for that. If it was just that, then like everybody could do it. You have to walk the property, you have to feel the property, you have to get the vibe. And then he goes buys the most expensive piece of real estate he can find. right? He wants to be at the top of the chain. He wants to play the game at the highest level because he's so convinced that you never lose from real estate. So he's not afraid to write an $80 million check. He's gonna put some money and then the rest, the bank is gonna finance it. But guys, if somebody is willing to spend $80 million for his primary residency and it makes no sense on paper, there is a reason. The reason is because he gets a feel of real estate. He gets that the piece of paper that is being traded, right? He wants to put it into brick, he wants to put it into glass, he wants to put it into real assets that he wants to have around and then build an empire full of those, right? That's his thinking. He wants to trade paper for material. He wants to trade paper for buildings and brick and cement and real assets. That's his idea. And this thinking has never failed. So whatever I just told you about Tesla, maybe you disagree, or maybe you're old school, then go and roll it into real properties. Forget about the stock market and all these things. I know you might think that the stock market is, risky or, out of your control. And if you buy a piece of property, you can control it. Then go there. Forget about the stock market, shut it off, skip this video and start it from here, right? Now go buy properties and keep rolling the money into properties. But then it goes back to the Warren Buffett thing in that you need your cash cow. You got your cash cow through your earning income and you got a good paying job. You hold on to it up until you can live off the cash flow of your properties, right? So you need to find the way to make a lot of money in the beginning. And then in the beginning, you have to put a lot of sweat equity as well too, because that's all you have. You don't have money to spend to grow the business you work in. So you're going to put a lot of sweat equity, right? It's not rocket science. This is not things I say. It's things that they're around and it's out there and proven to work. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We are lucky enough, me and you, to live in a world of information, and there is an overflow on information. That's another problem, but we are lucky enough and the information is right here, guys. The information is out there, man. And whatever you need to find out that, might be too specific to generalize, it's out there for you to find. How to do financing. How about interest only? Let's talk about that real quick, okay? Let's focus ourselves just on an interest only loan real quick that nobody's willing to talk about. Let me tell you something. So, Ben Mallah, back to Ben Mallah down in Florida. He has $500 million worth of real estate. He does interest only for 2-3 years at 4%. He goes and buys, let's take an example. He goes and buys a $1 million property. He negotiates with the bank because he's a big baller. He's like, guys, I want an interest only loan for 3 years at 4%. At $1 million, a 4% interest only loan for 3 years means you're gonna pay $40,000 a year for the 3 years, and you're not gonna pay any amount of principal, right? But the appreciation is still gonna happen on the building. If you want me to talk more about this because it's a little bit complicated, more than happy to do so, but let's keep it short and tight here. 3 years on $1 million property and all you pay is $40,000 a year. What does this do about your cash flow? Your cash flow, the money in your pocket, skyrockets. Your cash or cash return skyrockets for 3 years. Many people don't like this kind of financing because they like the idea of building equity in their places. But let me tell you something. What if you can find a better property? Or what if you can refinance and get another interest-only loan for another 3 years? Now you have 6 years, right? 6 years at what? 4% a year, which means $40,000 a year for 6 years. And then the property might cash flow $60,000, $80,000 a year. So you put in your pocket $40,000. And then let's see, how much money do you put down? You probably put down 25%. So if you put down on this $1 million imaginary property, 25%, you put $250,000 down payment, right? That's the money that came out of your pocket, okay? And then you took an interest-only loan out, so your cash-on-cash return is gonna be huge. Just do the numbers. I mean, I can make a specific video just about that, but the idea here is you have to be resourceful. You have to find out what's out there. You have to find out what big ballers are doing, because this is not reserved just for the few. It's for everybody to know, but most people are lazy, and that's the truth of it. So we can go out and find it. We can go out and break things, ask questions, figure it out, see what are these people are doing. Because accepting the fact that this is reserved for the few, the smart people, and all these people out there that, came in from a rich family, it doesn't fly anymore, man. It doesn't fly anymore to believe that, that's not, it's for him or for her, or, they're rich. It doesn't fly anymore. The information is here and you guys can figure it out. I'm hoping I'm adding value to your life, because that's the point of it here. I want you guys to believe that it's possible. It all starts with that. I love you. Let's go and make a ton of money in 2023. I cannot wait to share with you the things I'm finding out, talk about them, but do the Warren Buffett way and you create wealth, which is unparalleled to anybody else has ever created in your family tree. I love you all. Catch you guys soon.